In this driving lesson video, I'm going to give you 4 tips that will help to make you a better driver and help you pass the driving test. Tip number 1, do a lesson before your driving test. I always advise people to do a driving lesson the hour before the driving test is scheduled for. So if you have a driving test at 2:15, I would recommend you do a lesson at 1 o'clock. If nothing else, this will help take your mind off the test and help to settle you. It will also help to highlight some mistakes or inaccuracies that you can hopefully fix in the subsequent hour during the driving test. I always find that the information is fresher in your head just before you go in if you do a mock or a dry run lesson. You could do a lesson the day before or a few days before, but with the passing of time, you are likely to forget some information, or it just won't be as fresh if you were just to do it the hour beforehand. Tip number 2, take some notes after your lessons. Whenever I'm giving driving lessons to somebody, I always ensure that they write down some notes at the end of the lesson. So I'll be making my own notes throughout the driving lesson, and I'll be talking and discussing with the candidate what happened and why it happened. But I'll always have a summary at the end. And I find for the learner driver, this helps to reinforce the information and are more likely to remember it. I do it as a way to help the learner to be aware of the mistakes, not to criticize them. And if you're more aware of the mistakes you're making, you're more likely to be able to fix them next time out. Tip number 3, be aware of your demisters and back window wiper. Sometimes if the weather is bad, like rainy or foggy or whatever, if there's a lot of moisture in the air basically, your back windows are more likely to fog up. It's very important that you're aware of your controls. So this is the control here for the back demister, and this will help to clear the back window of any condensation or fog. It'll only take a few minutes to work. They usually work quite quickly and quite efficiently. And on my car, the back wiper is here, where you just give it a quick flick forward and the back wiper works. It's very, very important that you can see clearly out your back window, especially if you haven't quite done your turnabout yet, or you haven't done your reverse around the corner yet, or any reverse maneuver like parking, for example. It's so important to be able to see out the back window when you're doing any reversing maneuver. So be aware of these controls. And since we're on the topic of demisters, the front demisters are just as important, if not more important, since you're going to be looking out the front more. So on my car, we can control the temperature here. I usually recommend medium heat, and 1 or 2 as regards power. And then the symbol there is just to the window symbol. So I think it's better if it's a wet, rainy day to have it on this type of setting. So level 1 or 2, medium heat, and pointed towards the window. Medium heat so the car doesn't get too hot too quick, and 1 or 2, probably 2 more likely, just so that there's air circulating but it's not too loud. Tip number 4, keep entrances clear. Let's say, for example, you're the driver of the blue car, and this road here is quite busy. There's a long queue of traffic. As the driver of the blue car in this queue, you should not drive up like this and block that entrance there. It's far better if you stay back, leave a little gap there, enough of a gap, for example, for the motorbike rider to come in like this, and then only proceed there as long as you can clear the entire junction. So as long as you can be where the red car is, for example, now, and that would be better. It shows good courtesy, it shows good planning ahead, and it shows you're thinking about others and you're thinking about the situation. So if at all possible, plan ahead and try not to block any entrances, and that way it can help keep traffic in the other lane, so from here coming in, it can help their line of traffic move quicker. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to let me know in the comment section how you've been getting on with your driving and with your test, and any other driving test tips as well. I'd be interested to find out. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back very soon.